Hi, I'm Angelico, and my partner is Carly, and we will be presenting Dia de los Muertos, which is an aspect of Chicano culture. Introduction, what it is. Dia de los Muertos is a two-day Mexican holiday on November 1st and 2nd, where families welcome back the souls of their deceased relatives, honoring them with altars, food, and the four elements, which is earth, wind, water, and fire. Earth is represented through traditional foods or foods that the deceased one might have enjoyed. Wind is represented by papel picado, which is used to decorate. Water represented through beverages, and fire represented normally through candles and incense. This holiday is also traditionally enjoyed by visiting and cleaning and decorating grave sites of your loved ones who might have passed away, as well as those who might not have family. History and traditions. Origins and evolution. So it originated from indigenous Mexican traditions leading back to the Mayan and the Aztec civilizations when they celebrated the death with rituals and festivities. Later during the 16th centuries, it merged with All Souls Day and its beliefs in the Catholic Church. And now today it is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd with a nice merge of both. So traditional practices include building altars with food, photos, offerings, sharing traditional foods with those around you in your community, creating papel picado, lighting candles and incense, and sharing stories and memories of the deceased. Food that is placed at these altars is normally food that the past one enjoyed. So there's really no criteria for what can and can't be on the altars. So it has its roots in Mexican traditions and a large significance in it due to it having its roots in indigenous Mexican traditions from the Aztec and the Mayan, which dates back to pre-Columbian area. So they celebrated death with rituals and festivities, which is influenced with Catholicism, with All Souls Days, and now it is deeply enrooted in Mexican heritage, and it's celebrated across not only Mexico but in the U.S. as well, with it having a strong Chicano support system, with the belief that the deceased really come back to the living during these 2 days. Its importance in Chicano and Chicana culture. It is a holiday that's deeply rooted in Mexican culture. For Chicanos, it is a way to honor their ancestors and cultural heritage, sharing traditions with family and community, and reinforcing family and community bonds.
Dia de los Muertos reflects Chicano values by celebrating cultural pride, honoring ancestors, and strengthening community. By bringing back indigenous traditions such as altars or ofrendas to reconnect with their Mexican and indigenous roots. Dia de los Muertos preserves cultural heritage by passing down traditions, honoring ancestors, and maintaining indigenous customs alive through ofrendas, food, and art. An example of honoring a loved one on Dia de los Muertos is building an ofrenda and placing their favorite food or drink as well as personal items.
This title on me, altarista, so I've been called an altarista all these years. An altar for me is a beautiful way of celebrating the dead. The process of remembering and gathering items for the altar. It's like a prayer, but it's also a release. Making flowers is a tradition in my family. My mother was quite talented artisan, and so I learned early. My mother came from a small village in Mexico, and she brought her traditions. She was very adamant, actually, for me to learn about my ancestors, my family. She really wanted me to carry on, not so much doing altars like I do today, but to carry on the tradition of remembering. And it ties in with what I do today with Dia de los Muertos. Okay, yeah.
Actually, there's
for Day of the Dead, we don't celebrate death, we celebrate life. We invite the souls to come and visit us.
I am making the arch or the arco. When we fill the archway with paper flowers, it becomes the doorway for the souls to find their way back to us. Look at how many hands have to go through and open up these flowers. Our energy that we pour into it becomes the drawing for our ancestors and our loved ones to find us.
This video shows why Dia de los Muertos is significant in Chicano culture because it highlights how Ofelia Esperanza uses the tradition to preserve memory, honor ancestors, and strengthen community. Through her storytelling and the creation of ofrendas, she demonstrates that Dia de los Muertos is not just a Mexican holiday, but a living cultural practice that Chicanos use to reclaim heritage and pass traditions to future generations. Dia de los Muertos holds deep significance in Chicano culture because it preserves ancestral memory, celebrates cultural identity, and strengthens community connection. Overall, the celebration helps Chicanos stay connected to their roots by honoring loved ones who have passed and recognizing the traditions that shape their identity. The importance Dia de los Muertos has to Chicanos is that it keeps ancestral traditions alive and strengthens the connection between generations, allowing families to share stories, build ofrendas, and pass down cultural practices that continue to define their community today.